Footbrawlers, welcome back to another edition of Footbrawler TV. Your commish, Big Effin' Willis. Week 2. Today's show, we have none other than the BOW. And if you don't know who it is, I'm pretty sure you can smell who it is. The heavy lifter of the half of Cologne brothers. Team, don't fucking worry about it. John Michael Lopez, welcome to the show, brother.
What's up, man?
How you doing today, bro?
Good, man. Good.
Today's show is sponsored always by your alcoholic beverage. Mine, I got me a Michelob Ultra, and my boy down there, he's doing it real big. Got the Hennessy in hand. Oh, that's good stuff. I can't be doing the Hennessy because I wouldn't go into work tomorrow. All right, look at them doing it big, baby. All right. Well, bro, Footbrawler, you weren't ranked too high in the power rankings. I think you were like ranked number 9, maybe 8. You jumped all the way to number 1, week 1, with the highest score in the BOW, money in the pocket. How does it feel, and how did you do it? What are the keys of your team?
With those running backs I got, it feels great, man. It feels real great. The key, man, was the defense, because I didn't really pick anybody early. And my linebackers came through. Not everybody else really had a great performance, but my receivers showed up, and Andrew Luck balled out. So
yeah, man. I told you I like your team. I can't believe you got the BOW with Odell Beckham Jr. getting a weak score, and the weak running back situation you have, and what you told me you passed out in the draft and woke up on your second pick, and you still get the BOW. It's got to feel extra good. Let's jump.
The other half of the Cologne brothers, really doesn't show up.
He at least got to send a text to wake you up, bro. All right, let's jump into this week's picks. Let's jump into week 2's picks. With the first matchup, we have the brotherly love matchup. And you're probably wondering why I'm not saying this last, and it's the BOW match, the Brawl of the Week. It's because of this low score of 170 from Adam. Haven't seen this in a couple years. He's got DeAndre Hopkins versus Kansas City. That's going to be a tough match. And he's got Gordon, while Michael has Woodhead. The battle of the San Diego running backs. Who's going to have a better season? I still think it's Woodhead over Gordon. Different opinions. They both see Jacksonville, and they should both have pretty good games, but I think Woodhead's going to have a better game. And on Michael's team, you got Derek Carr versus Atlanta. You saw Jameis Winston light up ATL. I think Carr could do even better. And Antonio Brown on his team squatted up. I think Michael takes this one. What do you got?
I got Michael too, man.
Michael doing it big. All right, so we agree with that one. The second match is going to be Johnny Page, NFL, PA, versus second to none. Don't fucking worry about it. You tell me first this time who you think's going to win.
This one was tough for me because I like the top part of my Balzac hurts, but I'm going to go with second to none.
He's taking second to none, and I'm going to tell you.
It was tough for me because Devontae, I don't know what he's going to do because I have him in another league, so it's nothing against. I didn't like how he didn't touch the ball a lot. But I like Edelman, Tate, Reed, Martin, Drew Brees against the Giants should be a shootout.
Yeah,
I don't know how healthy Russell is. So.
I got the same opinion on the whole thing. And Drew Brees put up 40 points last week. I think he could do another 40 against that weak Giants secondary. And you got Doug Martin versus Arizona, which is kind of tough.
Yeah,
and Edelman's a beast. He's going to see Miami. And the Miami defense looked better than I thought last week, doing pretty good against Russell Wilson in Seattle. But Edelman's Garoppolo looked even better than they would. You know what I mean? And you got Edelman, who's a beast. He's going to be catching a lot of targets out there. For John, Wilson might be hurt, man. That's going to be ugly if he can't scramble. We all hear the same fantasy news. And he's got LA's first game. That's going to be tough. Dez Bryant, 1.8. Yikes. It could get ugly out there real quick.
Force feed him the ball, though. And Russell blew up a couple years ago, or last year or the year before at LA, but at the Rams.
At the Rams. It's going to be an ecstatic energy out there. Who do I take to win this one? It's going to be Rayon, second to none. 190 points last week is too much for Johnny Page's 170. Who did you take? You took Rayon too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Game 3. We got Sean versus Edo. Sean took an L last week. He has AJ Green versus and at Pittsburgh. They got a weak secondary. It's not as strong, but he's got Watkins in the lineup. The Bills are bad. Sammy Watkins bad. I don't like it. You got Edo had 163 last week, but he got the W. He squeaked by with one of the lowest scores with the W. And you have, I just said the Bills are bad. This guy's starting Tyrod Taylor. That's super weak. CJ Anderson versus the Colts, you know he's going to light it up. And TY versus Denver, that's tough. Who do I like in this one? I like Sean to squeak by in another low. This might be the lowest score of the week between totals added up. But Sean squeaks by and takes this one. Who do you got?
I got the time is now. I agree with Buffalo, but Sammy Watkins might not even play. And Foster's got a bad hammy.
Yeah, he's better off with Watkins not playing.
What happened?
He's better off with Watkins not playing, like you said.
Maybe, but Barnett should do a lot better with McCown at quarterback.
I agree.
And I love his receivers. And Palmer has a great matchup, but I don't know. I like Langford. Should be a high-scoring game. I don't think there's too much great defense. And then C.J. Anderson, Lamar Miller, they're all going to touch the ball a lot.
Yeah, they're both getting a lot of carries.
Ebron is going to see the ball a lot. T.Y. is a really tough matchup, and Jordy is too, because Minnesota's tough at home. Bro.
Yeah, Minnesota's tough, dude. You could ask Adams Tennessee Titans about that. All right. So you got Edo on that one. Game 4.
Tough, man, but like if Sean's team was like completely healthy, I don't know, man. I would like his team because his receivers are too strong. That's crazy. But I gotta go with the time is now.
All right, game 4. It's our champ versus our chump from last week. All right, this is Corey. Primetime versus Kush, the biggest smoker in the league, baby. I love this man. Bam, bam. All right, on Corey's team, the champ from last year, he got Gurley. That guy did him dirty week 1. Everybody was so high on him. It doesn't get easier, man. He's got Seattle. Yikes. But on a good note, he had Carlos Hyde, right? He has Carlos Hyde. Yeah, he had Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde do good for him, but he's going to be seeing Carolina. That's another tough matchup. But a good matchup is Brandon Marshall versus the Bills Thursday night. He always does good against the Bills. I know it myself because I'm a Bills fan. It hurts. And then on Bam Bam's team, last week's chump of a low score 133. That's scary, dude. We all know this dude auto draft, and usually his auto drafts get him to the playoffs, but not this. Not last week. Zeke, he didn't look too good in my eyes, man. Without that touchdown, he didn't do so hot. And then he should do better versus Washington, so I like that matchup. But that's 2 division games in a row, so that's actually, it's tough, and he better show something because he's going to see these teams. He gets Gronk back versus Miami. He's going to catch a lot of balls if he plays, which I think he will. And Bortles versus San Diego is a juicy matchup. I got Bam Bam taking down the champ. The champ goes 0-2.
Yeah, this was the hardest one for me to pick. Just because I like Primetime's team better, but those running back matchups are terrible. But then his receivers and the quarterback have great matchups. I don't know, man. I like Primetime because how much is Gronkowski going to play, really?
Yeah, and if he does, who's to say he doesn't re-injure himself? He's known for doing that shit, man.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Corey taking this one, the champ. All right, match 5 is Moose versus the B.O.Dub, the Cologne brothers. And so Moose had another low score, too, of 149, and he got the L last week. Adrian Peterson looked terrible. Whether it's the O-line not open up, whether he wasn't running good, I believe Adrian Peterson's nasty. I wouldn't worry about that. He's got Green Bay. He always does pretty good versus Green Bay. But they had a stingy game versus Jacksonville against the run. And then he's got McCoy versus the Jets. That's a tough match, too. If these running backs don't show up, he's scarred because that's what his team's built around. And then he's got Jones versus Tennessee. And Tennessee has a pretty good defense, too. Minnesota didn't really move the ball offensively. And Moncrief versus Denver's tough, too. And then you got your team with the highest score of 196. You got the W. You got Stafford versus Tennessee. If anybody's going to do good on Detroit, I believe it's Stafford, even though it's a tough match. You got weak RBs, but it didn't seem to matter last week. And your wide receivers are what your team is going to just move you through team after team. I really like your team, and I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Brandon Cooks gets you 34 points. You had the BOW, Odell Beckham Jr., getting you 11 points. That's crazy. He's going to go against New Orleans. Bro, he's going to have a field day. Look for ODB to be the highest scorer of the week. And who wins this matchup? Don't fucking worry about it. The Cologne brothers.
Yeah, I agree with you. Even though I really don't want to see Adrian Peterson go off, because Big Ben could have a big week, and they could focus on McCoy a lot more if Watkins isn't playing and run the whole offense through him. So I really don't want to see that. I think both of the receivers have the starters have tough matchups, because I think at Minnesota's a tough game. And Marvin Jones, I hope he scores, because I got Stafford. I could go with Luck, but I think I'm going to stick with Stafford at home. I don't think I want to play Luck at Denver. But I like the don't fucking worry about it.
I don't blame you. All right, in the brawl of the week, your commish, Big effing Willis. I got my daughters right here, baby, but we know the rest. Versus Zoe. He calls himself Big Zoe. They call me Big Willis because I'm muscular. They call him Big Zoe because he's fat. All right? I got 192 points last week. I squeaked by beating him with his 187, but I'll take it. We both got the W, and that's why we're the BOW this week. A-Rod versus Minnesota. Let them try to put, guys in the box versus Lacey. They're not. They're going to try to defend Aaron Rodgers, but there's no way they can. We know what he does to Minnesota. I got 2 backup running backs in my starting lineup, and they're beast. D'Angelo Williams and Spencer Ware. I love those guys, bro. I picked them up, started them, and they did great things for me. They both got in the 30s. I think they do it again. I got Benji, bro, versus Jacksonville. Travis Benjamin is huge now that Keenan Allen went down. I like it. All right, Cam Newton versus San Francisco for Zoe. We saw what Cam Newton could do. He's going to get him 20 points. These are 2 top quarterbacks in the draft. It's going to be a good match. I'm not going to say I'm whooping Zoe, but we know I'm picking myself. You got Fitz versus Tampa. That's a tough matchup. You saw how they shut down Julio Jones to 16 points. And he's got Julio Jones, so he's got to see that Tampa defense twice, and they're pretty nice, man. Underrated defense. Besides the penalties, they're nasty. Who takes this? Who do you think? Big Willis, 201 to 190. I go 2-0. He goes 1-1. Who do you got?
I got you too, man. You can't. The running backs get a lot of touches, especially if Charles doesn't play again or is limited.
And I got Spencer Ware. I got this guy's backup. It's gonna kill him.
Yeah. It's just, and then Benjamin should see, and Clay should see a lot of touches too, especially if Watkins is out. And Julio Jones is banged up. I don't know, Fitzgerald coming off a huge game. I don't know if he can do that again, because John Brown barely touched the ball. So I don't know if that's what they want to do again, especially if they lost. But yeah, I'm rolling with you, man.
I like it. Smart man. I can smell the cologne in the air, and you can smell the football in the air. We got an ex-champ. We got last week's BOW on the show. He got the Hennessy. I got the beer. We doing it big. Cheers, my brother. And Footbrawlers, get that money to your commish ASAP, baby. You don't want me coming after you. Ask Zoe. All right? So that wraps up another edition of Footballer TV. Your commish, Big fucking Willis, John Michael Lopez, the heavy lifter of the Cologne brothers. Don't fucking worry about it. We love you, Footballers. We'll see you week 3, and we out.